So we've added in an SKSprite node. Let's add in a variable called SK, or we'll call this LBL main, and we'll make that equal to an SKLabel node. And what an SKLabel node is text. Now, I always like to put LBL in front because it's kind of like what I do with all my apps. It's a type of a label, and this is the main label. So what we'll do is we will add in a label. So we have our spawn sprite function. We're going to add in a function called spawn LBL main. And what we're going to do is we're going to spawn all of the items here within main. So let's go and let's say LBL main is equal to SKLabel node. And here we have a bunch of options. We have a file name, we have a font name, or we have a string. We're going to go to font name first, and we're going to use my favorite font. Okay, you can use any font. And where do you get these fonts? Well, let's hop into our main storyboard here. And if we look at this here, I'm just going to drag in a label. Okay, we're going to delete this very shortly here, but I'm going to drag in a label, and we're going to see this font here, and we'll go to custom, and you can see that there's all these different kinds of fonts. Okay, we can have in all of these here. You're more than welcome to take a look at which one you like best. Some of my favorites are Avenir, Courier, and for games, Copper Plate is actually pretty cool. We also have Futura, which is my favorite, and you can add in any one of these you wish. So this is the full list of fonts you can use, and you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute, my favorite font isn't there. Well, there is only a certain amount of fonts within iOS. Okay, so I'm just going to push Command Z to undo that because we don't want a label there. Okay, and we can actually type in Copper Plate like that. And we're going to go to LBL main, and I will also close this off here. So LBL main dot font size. Okay, so we got font color, font name, and font size. We already set the font name, so the font size, let's make it 100. LBL main dot font color. And you can see that font color is of type UI color, so we're going to make it the off-white color. Now remember, if you haven't already, I set up the off-white color here. Conversely, if you want to type in UI color dot, purple color, you're more than welcome to do that too. But I like the off-white color here. So we got the LVL main, we got the font size, we got the font color. We also need a position, so we're going to go to LBL main dot position. And this is our wonderful CG point. Okay, our CG point is going to be CG rect get mid X. We will put that in the center. It's very handy. It will calculate the center no matter what. And we're going to go to CG point, or in this case here, it's CG rect get mid Y self.frame. And we're going to add in, let's say 250. Okay, I'm just going to actually change this to the 6 plus here, and there we go. The label needs some text, so we're going to go to LBL main dot text is equal to, let's say, mammoth. That works. And lastly, we're going to go to self.addChild, and we're going to go to self.addChild is going to be the LBL main estimation point. Let's go to LBL main, and we'll call that in our override function. Let's take a look at, and actually we need to go to spawn LBL main. That's the one we're looking for. So let's go ahead and let's run that, and let's take a look at we'll take a look at everything here. So there we go. We got our 6 plus here, and it's taking a little bit longer here. And look at that, we have our mammoth here, and that's actually a pretty cool font. It's not my favorite, but it's cool. Let's take a look at that. Font size, bring it down to 80. Now, you can go and, for example, add in variables to this here. So we'll add in, let's say, the score, make it equal to 0. And we'll say on touches began, Remember, so this is when we start touching. We'll go to LBL main.text is equal to, we'll say score backslash bracket. And what this is going to do is it's going to type out the word score and then the exclamation point. And then we're going to go to backslash brackets. And within this backslash brackets, we're going to type in the word score. So it's going to print the variable score. And if we do score is equal to score plus 1, it's going to simply add 1 to score and then print it. Make sure you print after you add. Printing should be one of the last things you do, if not the last thing you should do. So if we run that here, score 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep that up here, and you can see that that's all it's doing here. So you can change the tech label on a fly here. If you wanted to, you could also, for example, say, player or LBL main dot font color. Now there's an LBL main dot color. We want the LBL main dot font color, and we'll make that equal to, just for fun here, let's say UI color dot orange color. All right, so you can also change any of these items in any property on the fly. There you go. You can now see it's a color here. I think that's looking pretty good. All right, so that is how you spawn a label and how you change labels. This concludes the tutorial.